Our daughter was in 5th grade, and when she moved here, she told us, we'd lived in Dayton, she told us we had ruined her life.
My grandfather actually owned a coal mine down here at one time.
I just kept thinking, as soon as I get to Athens, I'll feel better.
You can go down the street and people know your name.
You meet somebody and say, oh, do you know so-and-so? Well, a lot of times they do.
I kept saying to him, can I plant my perennials yet? And he'd say, well, no, we'll probably move in 5 years. And then it'd get to be like 4 years. I'd say, well, can I plant them yet? Aren't we going to stay?
It's kind of like, you know, why do you love your significant other? It's hard to explain sometimes. It's just
A picture out of a National Geographic book. It is so just absolutely gorgeous.
God, I hate to use the word magic, but you know.
It didn't take very long being here to know that this was a blessed place and a place that I felt at home and where I felt like I could make a difference.
Flying over this region, you really get an idea of how the terrain has been so destroyed.
In the fall time, you see the gorgeous colors, and then you'll fly along and you'll see a giant open pit.
And we all live downstream.
I don't like how the water's orange.
Yeah.
We've got over 8,500 abandoned mineland sites on the forest.
If you don't have clean water, how can you have a healthy community?
I still think about the passenger pigeon and the Carolina parakeet and the wood bison that were once here. And
you're more likely to have cancer if you're from Appalachia, more likely to get diabetes.
I see kids going to school that have not had breakfast.
People stealing from their grandparents.
I just had a hard time understanding that at the time and place in America.
It was shocking to actually see it, especially my background coming from a less developed country.
You know, young kids who come around and I watch them grow up and then they
start thinking, there's not really a whole lot here for me. And a lot of times the response that they make to this is to just not hope so much.
It's pretty hopeless, isn't it?
Well, I think Rural Action already plays a really important role in that. I like the fact that they focus on not just the economics of it, but also the environment and also the cultural.
And they're the only group out there that's really taking the big picture look at things.
You know, you can't give up. Life is what everybody has, so everybody has one life. So it's really important to look around you and see how you can help out your neighbor's life.
And I think that we've really made improvements, and it is thanks to Rural Action and the things that they've been doing.
We're raising the pH and lowering the acidity in the water, which is good for the fish.
Now, if you go fishing, you know, might catch a Johnny Darter or a orange pumpkin fish.
Market access for small farmers.
And I see a civic pride returning. Murals and libraries and skateboard parks.
And then at the end of the class period, the teacher was, you know, asking them to thank me for being there. And she said, you know, how many of you think that being an environmental educator is a cool profession? And hands just like skyrocketed up.
If everybody looked at their lives, there would be something that Rural Action that was doing that touched their lives.
People can go with an idea and find people who say, wow, that's a great idea. Do you know about this grant program, or do you know about these resources? Let's get you guys together and see what we can do.
The legacy of this region can be written new.
The people here know how to make things better and survive in tough times.
I think it's a great place to raise kids.
You don't have to move to the city to be successful or smart. You can do all those things right here.
EPA rated Mundy Creek as an unrecoverable stream. Just a couple years ago, EPA did a new rating on Mundy Creek, and they said it will attain warm water fisheries status within a 5-year period probably. And that's the highest status you can get in this state. Now if we can make it happen with Mundy Creek, we can make it happen just about anywhere.
You know, we can say, well, the government should do this or somebody else should do it, but the fact of the matter is that we are the ones that live here.
We can be that community that I think we yearn to be. And together, yeah, we can do that.